John, we're here at the Joma headquarters. Let's just start by talking about your role at Norwich City as Head of Data, Strategy and Innovation. Can you just tell us a little bit about that role and what it involves?
Okay, it's a new position, so I started effectively at the club at the beginning of June. And the key focus is really bringing together our data, strategy and innovative activity across the club. So that's first team right the way down through to the academy. Delving deeper, understanding what we're doing at present and trying to find ways to leverage advantages to help the teams and the players develop in accordance.
So just tell us a little bit about your background in football, because you've worked at a number of other football clubs as well, haven't you?
Yes, I worked at Wolverhampton Wanderers, where I was the head of sports science medicine for their academy and also lead sports scientist for the football club. I guess the focus of that role was to make sure we had consistency in our working operations right across the club, so we weren't doing different things necessarily, different aspects, and make sure that activity was coordinated and evidence-based and led by research. We designed and implemented a performance laboratory there at the club. That was the first in the UK, really highlighting how we're trying to innovate practice, undertake research to inform our work to make sure it's evidence-based and really contemporary. Also worked at the FA as Head of Sports Science across all 24 national teams on both the men's and women's pathway. Again, having a focus of consistent activity across the various teams, making sure activity was evidence-based, contemporary and innovative, trying to find advantages in the way we've set up our teams for tournaments and qualifiers, give ourselves the best possible advantage to achieve success. Most recent role was at Huddersfield, where I was Head of Performance Services, coordinating the sports science, medical, physiotherapy, nutrition, soft tissue therapy programs across all the teams, so first team, under 23s and also the academy sides.
So you must have seen football kits develop a fair bit over the past few years. We're obviously here at Joma, who as of the 21-22 season are making the Norwich kits. Sort of generally speaking, what technology can kind of go into a football shirt, a football kit? How can that actually help improve player performance?
Yeah, the days of when players wore baggy cotton shirts are long gone. So such clothing would invariably be very hot during summer times, overheating, affecting the player's performance, both cognitive and also physically. So appropriate apparel can help the players sweat, thermoregulate and optimise their performance. So some of the activity we're undertaking with colleagues at Joma. So looking at how we can really leverage marginal gains to give us competitive advantages in terms of other teams' performance.
Yeah, so how important is it for you to have those marginal gains to get that tiny competitive edge over the competition?
It is about having those marginal gains, seeing where they are, trying to be innovative and bringing those together. I guess as a club we are different to our Premier League rivals and competitors. They have different ways by which they can find solutions, perhaps maybe spend more money. The way we are structured, what goes in, has to be effectively spent to try and make sure the team stays in the Premier League, but produce a pipeline of young players to be in our first team. And by identifying areas whereby we can actually leverage advantage and then aggregating those small advantages gives us opportunity to be even more competitive. So I would say it's about trying to outsmart our opponents and really outthink them to give us advantages that we can help achieve our goals.
So with that in mind, how pleased are you that Norwich have partnered with Joma in what's a 5-year commitment?
It's an excellent opportunity for us. 5 years is a good chunk of time for them to really understand our requirements, for us to understand how they work, for us to work together to design, innovate, develop products that are ideal for us. So we're anticipating some good work there in terms of R&D, so really unpacking the design of training kits, for example, and producing shirts and other sporting apparel that help us to develop and gain more advantages against our competitors.
And having now come out here to Toledo, to the headquarters, have you been impressed by the work that's being done here and the facilities that they've got in place?
Very impressed, particularly impressed by the storage and distribution capability here at the warehouse facility. The design and innovation work that they have here on site, and the general quality of the staff available. So I'm really excited by this relationship and what it offers us in terms of opportunities to move forward together.